I got a good video. It's super good.
All right, guys, we are not in the car, and I am completely fresh-faced. So I'm home today. I was supposed to go into work. I was not gonna have clients until 2 p.m. And I still have FaceTime clients scheduled now from 1:45 until like 2:45. But I pretty much rearranged my schedule so I could stay home today. Your girl is tired and struggling. I have not been sleeping well. I'm still having a little bit of pain in my left boob. I don't know what it is about this left side. It's just very sensitive, and it it just I've just been having some weird pains. Like, I don't think it's anything major. If that was the case, I would be going to the doctor. But, yeah. I am supposed to do a check-in tomorrow with Shane. I was going to do cardio today, but like I said, I'm just tired. So I'm going to listen to my body and give it a break. I rescheduled any one-on-one clients that I had, and I may regret that because I'm going to be busting ass for the next 3 days, but I just needed today. I just struggled with waking up and even getting out of bed this morning. Like, I'm tired. I think I'm just more so even tired mentally than I am physically. When I say that it has taken so much to get this nonprofit going and off the ground, like, I really do mean that. Like, it has taken so much work from all of us involved. I can't even describe to you guys, like, the whole process. It was just a lot, and we're still dealing with a lot. And now we're in the process of moving on to another house. So my business partner, Sam, already had like 3 houses that she had invested in. So this first one we opened up is the one like we've been pushing so hard for. Last minute, we got it filled, right? She's got another one that's literally like 4 minutes from this house, which is great because everything kind of like stays together. So we're hoping to have it open by December 1st. So everything is in East Nashville at the moment. She does have another house, but it is in Gallatin, which is literally like 20-30 minutes away. She is just working on trying to sell that house. So my business partner is our CEO. I am the executive director. So it's just been so much. And she's pretty much like left her job to try to do this full time. And we're called Turnkey Restoration and Recovery because we are flipping houses at the same time we're filling the houses with recovery clients. So, like, her main role is the housing part and flipping the houses and finding the houses and doing whatever needs to be done on that end. My main role is, at the higher level of making sure, like, we have our business, we have our IRS tax code, we're filing for certificates, like, everything. Look up executive director of any business. That's what I'm doing. And then underneath me, I've got Trista, which is our operations manager, and Emma, which is our program coordinator. Trista deals with all of the logistics of things, and Emma deals with like being face-to-face with the clients. So, and then I am like the face of the business. So if we have to go to events and stuff, I'm the one that's speaking, right? It is so in-depth and so involved. And look, I knew it was going to be a lot of work going in, so it's not like I didn't know all of this, right? But it's just growing pains and it's learning, right? Because this is something none of us have ever done before, even though Trista works in the recovery field. She's never opened up a sober living home before, right? Sam has never done one. I've never done one, even though I'm in recovery. Emma's never done one. Like, it's just so much stuff. But we're learning, and we're making it work. I'm sorry. See, I'm so tired. Like I said, none of us are getting paid right now. So, you know, with this next house, the goal is hopefully we can get Trista on board and paid first as our first employee. Then Emma, and then, you know, Sam and I'll be last. So, it's just, like I said, it's just a lot. So, it's another job on top of my already 3 other jobs. And, you know, then I'm trying to run my other businesses, which is still going well. I'm onboarding new clients. My time has been so spared. I like spread thin is what I meant. I have suits I've got to do and make sure that get done. Yeah. So, and I'm going home next week, so I'm not doing any suits next week. So in 2 weeks, I'm going to end up having to pop out like 4 suits. And 2 men's trunks. Which is fine. I can do it. It's not like I haven't hustled and done stuff like that before. But, you know, trying to do all of this on top of this is a lot. I just can't stop yawning. I'm so tired. Yeah. Tomorrow I have Trista and I have to sit in on a meeting at 9 a.m. for onboarding for an app that we're going to be using to hopefully help manage the house and the business. And I'm hoping that will get us, it will take some of the burden off of all of us from trying to keep track of everything. Because I'm keeping track of some payments. Trista's keeping track of payments. Emma's managing clients. It's just a lot. Anyway, there's that. Again, back to like the update on the implant replacement. Like, I'm not gonna pull my shirt up and show you my boobs, but like you can see me in my sports bra. Like, my boobs are not any bigger than they were. I just had my implants replaced, but on my left side, I am having some pain. Like, and it's weird, like shooting pain. Like, I'm still very sore and tender right through here on my left side. On my right side, not at all. And then I'll have random like shooting pains, like right through here. It's weird. And again, I don't think anything's wrong. Like I said, I think it's just that internal bra that was put in that's actually like doing its job and what it's supposed to do. And I think my body is just going to take some time to heal from that. Check-ins tomorrow, which you guys will see in here. Training has been good. I've been pushing hard even though I've been exhausted. I feel like my training's been great. Even though I'm going in with a attitude of I'm tired, I don't necessarily want to do this today. I am going in and I'm trying to progress in everything. I was going to try to do like 5 straight days or strict days of weight. So 5 straight days of weight training and then my high rocks day. Not gonna do that. I want to, I just can't. I can't recover. Not right now, not with everything going on. I'm sorry if y'all guessing. I was just tired. So we're sticking with 4 days. And I finally got it like down pat of what I'm going to be doing. So Monday is quads with some glute focus at the end. Tuesday is back with some shoulder focus at the end. Depending on, you know, my schedule and whatnot, I may or may not be training on Wednesdays for day 3. But day 3, which is either going to be Wednesday or Thursday, is going to be, what am I trying to say here? It's going to be shoulders with a focus on shoulders with a little bit of back. And then the fourth day is going to be hamstrings with glutes at the end. So, and then I have my high rocks day, which is pretty much full body. Like, we do lunges, we do burpees. Like, there's upper and lower body stuff within that, especially with the sled push and pull and whatnot. So, then I've got that day. So, I had talked to the ladies, and I think that even after we finish this high rocks, I'm going to continue with a moderate high rocks day, leading on into next year, because it's helping me get my cardio in. It's helping me stay in shape. Even though I hate it, I love it at the same time, because it pushes me on a different aspect, both physically and mentally. So, so yeah, I think it'll be 4 days of like a bodybuilding split and then 1 high rocks day. So that's where we're at right now. As far, I keep having people ask me like what my, when my next show is and what my goal going forward is. And the fact of the matter is I don't know. All I know is that I'm taking until next September off. I'm going to see how I feel. We're going to look at what shows are left and decide, do I want to diet and try to do a show at the end of the year? Or do I want to diet or do I want to just continue on and roll into the 2027 season next year? And I'm not quite sure what that looks like, guys, because it looks like Fit Model is rapidly evolving into what bikini was in 2018, 2019, 2020. Not what 2025 bikini was. Not what 2015 bikini was. The amount of growth at an exponential rate that it's had over this year alone in terms of physique. If you go and you look at the first Fit Model Pro winner, the one that turned pro, she looks nothing like what just turned pro at the Amateur Olympia. I don't even know that she would have turned pro at the Amateur Olympia. It's insane. And I felt extremely discouraged at North Americans with the amount of muscle that is being rewarded in bikini. I feel like if some of these bikini girls that just won their pro card were to compete against pro bikini competitors, they would make the pro bikini competitors look like little kids. And maybe I'm wrong. But I've also noticed that pro bikini is rapidly developing in that way as well. And I don't know what that means for me. I still have room to grow within my physique. But the thing about it is that I've been pushing so hard for so long, and this is just as far as I've gotten. Like, I've said this before, I'm fighting genetics. My genetics just aren't built for bubbly muscle. In fact, it's not built for much muscle at all. I'm a hard gainer when it comes to putting on muscle mass. And I'll be honest, I don't know how much, I'm not going to push the envelope any further than what I'm pushing it right now. So I don't know what that means for me. All I know is that I need some time off and away from the stage. I need to be able to live my life. I want to go on vacation next year with Ryan and the dogs, and I want to go home and see my family more often. I want to be able to visit Ryan's family more often. Like, there's other things I want to do. I want to focus on this nonprofit. And I'm starting to see myself being able to, in the future, I'm starting to see myself have a really good 50-50 between the nonprofit and my businesses, where I'll be able to cut down on my in-person clientele and do more of the nonprofit. Yeah. I would love to just move everyone to being online clients, online and virtual clients, but some people, they just want that in person. And maybe that means even moving my studio closer to me. I don't know. Again, I don't know what that looks like, but yeah, I could get used to having less one-on-one clients and being able to put a little bit more emphasis into the nonprofit and work from home a little bit more. In the future, right? Not anytime soon. We all got to get a paycheck first, and none of us have gotten a paycheck yet. So there's that. Anyway, guys, that's kind of where we're at. That's the update. That's what we're doing. I am going to let you guys go. I'm going to do my check-in tomorrow. And then we'll just kind of see what the week holds from there. But there's a quick little update for you on how things are going. I do want to do a full breakdown of my implant exchangement. So that'll be in another video. And then I want to do a breakdown with you guys of me over the years since I've done 25 national level shows. And what that looks like, the placing that I got at each one, feedback that I got at each one, and kind of show you how things have evolved, at least for myself, from there, from like my very first national level show until my last national level show. So that's coming also.
So so that's Sunday. Tuesday comes around, I took another 200 micrograms, not 400 micrograms, but keep in mind 2.5 milligrams lower dose in place. The next day was terrible. I was like, I am like this culture wasn't stopping. My whole goal was to see can this be used as a nutrient partitioning agent?
Hey guys, I know I said I was trying to do less updates in the car, and I am, but this really may be the only time I kind of get to discuss things today. So here we are. So I heard back from Shane yesterday, and it was pretty much not a whole lot of anything. He just asked me how I was feeling, how things were going, blah, blah, blah. That's pretty much it. He's at Olympia this weekend, so I'm gonna guess he's got other shit going on than just me, who just seems to be maintaining. I'm sure he probably gets the sense that, you know, I'll likely just finish out what I'm doing with him and be done for a little bit, since I'm really unsure of what I'm doing next year. You know, I don't know. Anyway, so really no update on that front, and my pictures don't look really any different than they did last week. I mean, I'll put them in here, but they pretty much look the same. Like, nothing has really changed. I'm really just kind of maintaining where I'm at, and to be honest, like I've said, like, I kind of just want to see how things go with maintaining a lower body fat percentage and trying to put on some muscle this year, you know what I mean? I've been struggling lately because I just, even after this next year, I just don't think I'm gonna have the amount of muscle needed to earn a pro card in bikini anymore. And part of me is like, should I drop down to fit model? However, I really don't want to. Like, that's not what I want to do, you know? I don't know. I think I'm jumping too far forward, and I need to just calm down. Because like I said, like, I'm not going to be competing until after September of next year, if I even compete next year at all. So yeah. And I'm still not fully healed yet from my surgery. Like I've mentioned, my left side is still pretty sore. I'm still dealing with a lot of tenderness on it. But anyway. And then, again, still doing stuff for the nonprofit has been a lot. Had an hour-long meeting with Sam, my business partner, who is considered our CEO, this morning. We did get our certification, so we got our Recovery is the New High certification. So we're good to go on that aspect. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Other than that, and just life stuff going on, I've just been trying to maintain. I really need to try to do a full day of eating for you guys. Because it's kind of been like halfway a set meal plan and then halfway not. Like if I want something, I'll have it. But there's really not anything I'm just like, ooh, I want this, Like I've been, let me just give you a rundown of what it's been. I've been either having some Royo toast or a Royo bagel. But as soon as I run out of that, I'm probably going to switch back to my sourdough. Because I have a bunch of sourdough in my freezer that I need to eat up. So that, 2 eggs, 2 slices of turkey bacon, 1 ounce of cheese with a little bit of jelly. That's meal 1. Meal 2 has been a protein pancake. Meal 3 has been protein bites. If I don't have protein bites, then I do a tablespoon of coconut manna, a 1/3 cup of oats, 1 scoop of Gaines cream of rice, and a scoop of protein powder. What is that? 3. 4th meal is chicken and greens, some sort of green vegetable, or any kind of vegetable, just chicken tenderloins and a vegetable. And then meal 5 has been my protein ice cream with 2 tablespoons of peanut butter and a tablespoon of honey. And there's some nights where I may want a little bit more, and I'll put like half a cup of some sort of cereal in it. And then if I want anything after that, I'm just mindful of it. Like last night, I had like 2 or 3 like spoonfuls of protein cookie dough. So there's that. It's not been anything major or whatever. It's just been me eating. And if I end up wanting more, I have more. And if I don't, then I don't. I guess you could say it's been a mix of a meal plan and intuitive eating. I don't know. But I've been maintaining where I'm at. I feel pretty good about where I'm at, I'll be honest. I don't really want to go much past this. Like, I feel good with where I'm at and what I'm doing, and like I still have, ab definition. I would love to keep that. Like, I would love to keep my body fat levels down this year, and see what I can do building at a leaner body composition. guys. I've been sleeping like trash. I could not go to sleep last night. I didn't go to sleep until like 12:30, and then I was waking up literally every 30 minutes. So I feel exhausted today. And then tomorrow I've got to get going even earlier, because I've got a client at 8:30 in the morning, and then I've got to book it downtown to Samaritan for yoga. Then I have to book it back for clients, and I probably won't end with clients until about 12:30. I'm going to end up running late. I know I am. I also have a client coming in for a fitting. I'm going to try to talk to her about a pre-made suit as well. So we'll kind of see and go from there. Anyway, that's pretty much it. I'm also going to have to hit my High Rocks workout tomorrow, because I plan on training Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday morning, and leaving like midday Wednesday to surprise my mom. So yeah, there's that. So I'll be training Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. So I'll end up having to get to the studio early, get my training in, get my cardio in, all that kind of stuff. I did do an hour of cardio Wednesday. So what I'm going to do next week is just try to do 20 minutes Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. I do have a studio workout for High Rocks planned on Saturday, so I'm going to do it after clients. And yeah, go from there. Anyway, that's where we're at, guys. Yeah, I don't really have much to update you guys on, so there we are so far. Whew. Gang, what a day. Holy shit. There's just so much going on in my life right now. It's and what, baby? What? Tell me. What is it? What is it? Oh. Everything is just super unmanageable. I have the Olympia playing in the background. I just got home. Tomorrow's Sunday. I have to work Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, because I'm going to visit the family on a Wednesday. I'm going to surprise visit. Holy shit, it has just been so much this week and so much to keep up with. And I've really debated on what is my goal going forward. So I'm gonna make some food because I've not eaten since meal 1 and it's 2 o'clock. So I had meal 1 at 8 a.m. Let me get this meal made and figure out what that looks like, and then I'll come back to you guys. Hello, guys. Look at me putting a mic on. All right, it's Sunday. I am heading in to work with some clients. I don't really have a full day today. I mean, I literally only have I only have one in person. I have an online posing client and then an online training client, and that's it. So if my in-person client wasn't brand new, I'd be seeing if they could do online instead. But so I wanted to get on here and finish what I was talking about yesterday, which I never finished. And that was kind of like how I'm feeling and my thoughts on like me moving forward with competing and what that may potentially look like. So right now I'm very like up in the air, not necessarily on if I'm ever going to compete again. Like I do fully plan on competing either at the tail end of next year or probably Universe at 2027. But regardless, you know, I'm struggling with the thought that I'm already pretty much doing everything I can to fit the mold of bikini, and I have been from the beginning. And there was a point in my competition career where I feel like I was fitting that mold when standards were different, and I'm kind of not now. However, with the Olympia that just happened and Maureen back as the standard, which is softer, I'm curious to see if at national level shows that softness is going to reflect in the judging as well. But I'll be honest, I just don't think that it is. If you go and watch the Bikini Things podcast with Laura and Sammy Lee, they talk about this quite a bit, and I'm in 100% agreement with them that, like, some of the women at some of the national level shows this year were big. Like, a heavy amount of muscle. And I'm curious to see, like, if you were to put some of those women on stage at that Olympia, how would they compare? Would they be leaner? Would they be bigger? Would they make the Olympians look smaller? Because you just don't know unless you're there in person, right? And I'll be honest, with like my genetics and stuff right now, like I still have room to grow, but I don't know what that looks like, right? Like, and I'm not willing to do any more than what I'm doing right now to get there. Like, I'm not willing to push that envelope. So, you know, I don't know where that leaves me in terms of competition, right? Does that mean I drop down to fit model? Or does it mean I just need to be okay with competing in bikini, and that's my goal because that's the look that I like, or that I did like, and just be okay with the fact that I just may never get my pro card, which I've kind of come to that acceptance anyway. Like, that might be a thing, guys. Like, it doesn't happen for everyone. So, you know, I just don't know. And on another note, in this off season, I'm really loving how I'm feeling right now and how I'm looking right at this moment. Like, between around the 132 mark. And I don't know, to be honest with you, that I want to push much further than this. Like, I enjoy the food that I'm eating. I enjoy the cardio that I'm doing. The only thing I have looked at training, and I will be changing, is my training. Mind you, I am still working with Shane Hughley. However, I have cut down some of his workouts because they are just long. It is a lot. And in my life right now, I don't have time to do 10, 11 exercises per workout. Like, I just don't. I don't know. Maybe if I was doing that, I'd have to do less cardio, but I don't know. Anyway, I had also said, I go back and forth on this, and I had also said, I wanted to try to do like a maintenance high rocks. But I think I only want to try to do that if it's going to fit within my training schedule, because I haven't really had full on off days. I mean, like an off day from work and an off day from training in a long time. And I'm tired. And I really miss having my Sundays completely off, to where there was no training, there were no workouts, there was no work, other than if I ended up having online clients that needed to check in, but no physical labor work, right? So I go back and forth on that. So my last month with Shane is like in the next like 3 weeks, I think. I have to look and see. And I've loved working with Shane. He's my kind of coach. He's probably not everyone's kind of coach, but that's just how it is. But he was great. I would recommend him for anyone. I think he truly does care about his clients. You can tell that when you actually go and talk to him a little bit more in person, like at your shows, like when he's there. Like you can see he does truly want like people to win, right? He wants to see his clients succeed. But with me just kind of being so on the fence about so many things, like it's not fair to him or to my budget to continue on. Anyway, with that being said, like again, I just don't know. I kind of want to maintain this weight, and I kind of want to maintain like the level of leanness that I'm at right now. But to put on more mass within the next year, I don't know that that's feasible, right? Like, but I'm going to go with it, and we're going to see, and we're just going to go from there. Like, I don't want to increase my food a shit ton. I want to kind of, like I said, stay at this level. Like, I still have soft abs, but visible abs. Like, I want to be able to keep that. And I feel good where I'm at right now. So, I don't know if this means that I'm not going to be able to put on the muscle that I want to put on, and I may end up having to drop down to fit model. Or, I could end up putting on the muscle that I want to put on and, stay in bikini. But I just wanted to have that. I wanted to have like a real conversation and just put it out there verbally. Like, it's okay to not know what your next move is. And I really don't know what that is. All I know is that I need a break, and I need time off and away from the stage. I need time to work on things in my personal life. I need time to work on my physique for bodybuilding. I just need time. So what that looks like at the end of that time frame, I don't know. And I've kind of been struggling with that internally a lot, and the not knowing. But what I do know is that regardless of anything that happens, I'm going to be successful. I'm going to put out a positive message to people. I hope I can inspire some people with whatever goes on. And yeah, that's it. So anyway, guys, I hope you're all having a wonderful day wherever you are. And I will catch you in the next video.